believe in yourselves. Believe in your ability to inspire and empower others. Believe in your ability to do what you love and to do it excellently.
Be willing to change the plan as life's travels offer new opportunities. Some of the best experiences you will enjoy in life are those that you did not expect.
Students, realize that even if you don't have your life precisely planned, success will still come your way.
Welcome to Fontainebleau High School's graduation. I'm Brennan Michelle Miller, Senior Class President and this evening's Mistress of Ceremonies. The Fontainebleau High School Junior ROTC will present the colors. Please remain standing for the pledge led by other class officers, Jasmine Ann Torres, Class Vice President, Rachel Elizabeth Shepard, Class Secretary, and Ashley Elizabeth Poche, Class Treasurer. Following the pledge, the National Anthem will be played by the Fontainebleau High Band and led by the senior members of the chorus.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to take this time to introduce our guest here on stage, Mrs. Gail Salone, Superintendent of St. Tammany Parish Schools. Mr. Trey Folse, Assistant Superintendent of St. Tammany Parish Schools. Dr. Margot Galad, Assistant Superintendent of St. Tammany Parish Schools. School board members present on stage are Mr. Ronald Betancourt, Mr. Sorolla Palmer, Mr. Mike Dearman, Mr. Donald Villery, Mr. Charles Harrell. The opening address will now be presented by Ms. Catherine Joan Dodrell.
Family and friends, teachers and faculty, distinguished guests, I am honored to welcome you to the 7th commencement exercises of Fontainebleau High School. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations. We should all be very proud to be sitting here today. Enjoy this moment and this day. You've earned it. We will soon take what we've learned and embark on our own journeys into the world. Remember the lessons you learned during high school. We've learned how to interact with others. We've dealt with parents, teachers, administrators, and friends. We've realized that each person has a story. Each person is beautiful in his or her own way and has seen the world from a different angle. Remember that. Look for the best in others. Cherish the people around you. Today is a very fitting day to sincerely thank the incredible people in our lives for giving enthusiastically of their time and energy to challenge and support us. While we've learned a lot about others, we've learned the most about ourselves. So share yourself and what you've discovered. Share your passion, your life, your love, your stories. Today we celebrate our accomplishments and the people we've become. But remember to continue celebrating your extraordinary gifts and what you can contribute to the world. Please believe in yourselves. Believe in your ability to inspire and empower others. Believe in your ability to do what you love and to do it excellently. We've definitely had fun over the past 4 years. I encourage you to continue enjoying the tiny moments of your lives. Give lots of hugs. Not, oh, it's nice to see you, so now I'm going to put my arms around you hugs. But tight, honest hugs that engulf people and leave them feeling a little more precious. Smile. Laugh until your cheeks hurt. Dance in the rain. Sing songs at the top of your lungs in your cars. Forgive, trust, explore. I cannot stress to you enough how precious this life is. Take it in. We're now aware that an amazing world lies before us. But remember, the journey is going to be just as enjoyable as our final destinations. If we make the best of what God has given us, we will live outrageously wonderful lives. So I beg of you, enjoy the journey. Enjoy your one precious life. Enjoy the ups and downs and bumps and twirls that make the journey so incredible. As our senior quote says, you only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. So be proud of your amazing accomplishments and use what you learned in high school. Cherish others, appreciate the tiny moments, be authentic, and most importantly, enjoy the journey. Thank you so much.
And now, Ms. Kathleen Francis Goodwin with reflections.
It's amazing to think that 4 years ago, we started our journey through high school.
For some, 4 years seemed much too long, but for others, it wasn't long enough. We don't want to leave the friendships and memories that we have made together. Looking back at those days, I would like to share some memories I hope will help you remember your time at FHS. Starting high school meant following new rules, and the new ID policy seemed to really single us out for the first few weeks of school. The school didn't have trouble identifying us as the freshmen. We were branded or red tagged and had to sport the only red IDs in the school. Would it have been that difficult to give us IDs that matched everyone else's? Remember the first time you stepped out onto the field or court to play or perform in your first high school athletic event? Or maybe it was your first drill team competition, your first speech tournament, or your first time on the stage. Your adrenaline was pumping, your palms were clammy, and your thoughts raced. This was your first time to show off in the high school arena. You were in the spotlight. We proved our Bulldog spirit was one to beat at the pep rallies and mark events. One of our classmates said, our spirit freshman year was one of her favorite things about high school. And she was right, 2 mark event victories and the Powder Puff title. And how about the basketball games that year? The entire school's spirit soared as we sat in the kennel, chanting and cheering until we were hoarse. If this was a preview of the next 3 years, we couldn't wait. It could only get better. During sophomore year, we grew more independent when we found the freedom that came with driving. And our driver's license meant we were growing up and moving on. Junior year came, and the upperclassman title accompanied it. We were finally bigger dogs on campus, but the seniors always reminded us that we hadn't reached the coveted top dog status just yet. Uniforms became the outfit of the Bulldog, and the class whined and complained, knowing they would last for the rest of our high school years. Our homecoming that year had a different feel to it. The football team had won its first homecoming game in the history of our school. Junior year proved to be academically challenging as well, and we continued to stress over the extreme loads of homework. Then, the day we had waited for all year had come. We received our class rings and immediately claimed to be the top dogs, the senior class of 2003. We knew what was in store, and we could hardly wait. The first day of senior year was a big deal for us. We paraded around the campus as the top dogs and made it known that we, the class of 2003, were the big kids on campus. And who can forget the pains of parking this year? Parking was supposed to be a privilege for us, but it was always difficult to fight the juniors and the sophomores that tried to use the spaces as well. Remember getting to school in the morning and finding your space was gone? The good, however, definitely outweighed the bad this year. We had privileges as seniors that we had been waiting 3 years to receive. Exemptions from exams, short day schedules, internships, and having the most mornings off during testing week. Our memories of senior trip will stay with us forever, partying till the wee hours with Mickey and spending 5 days with our closest friends on one of the most exciting, fun-filled trips in high school. Our 4 years of hard work and fun led us to this day, our commencement and final goodbye to the place that shaped our lives for 4 years. Our friends and family helped us through the happy and sometimes scary times, and our teachers did their best to educate us, give us advice for our futures, and mold us into the great young adults we are today. I hope that you will all take the words of our class song by Boys to Men with you when remembering your days at Fontainebleau. Quote, "And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday." Take these special memories with you. Take with you the memories of your favorite dance, athletic event, or fine arts performance. Take with you the best nights and weekends spent with friends, and the inside jokes you shared with your classmates. These will be the things to make you laugh, to make you cry, and to make you smile. Thank you.
Miss Jessica Elizabeth Steckman will now deliver the main address.
As we are about to graduate from high school, I've realized how life seems a lot like driving. First, we have to go to school to prepare us for the road ahead. Having our permit, our parents are still riding with us to guide us so that when we are alone, we make the right decision. Finally, after learning from our experiences and passing mandatory tests, we are able to get our reward. Today, we receive our reward. We are now licensed drivers with full control of our vehicle and the responsibility for our actions. We are no longer required to ride with an adult. Driving alone requires boldness, bravery, and belief in ourselves. All of these things we have within us. We determine which roads we will take to reach our destination. We determine where we will go, how we will get there, and the speed to get there. It is our choice whether we take the scenic route or the shortcut. It is our choice whether we follow the directions or go our own way. Those around us can watch and give advice, but it is our foot that controls the gas and the brakes. Our hands are on the steering wheel, controlling our turns and the roads we take. Although we have full control of our vehicle, we do not have control of the other vehicles around us. We may have to stop or slow down for others. There are many unconcerned drivers who do not care if their unsafe driving affects us. We protect ourselves by being safe and having insurance. In life, it is our self-confidence, our family, and our friends that serves as our insurance. To strengthen our confidence, we accept ourselves and focus on the things we can control. We put time and effort into important relationships so that, like insurance, they are reliable when needed. All our roads are intertwined, but none of us have the same route to reach our destination. We each have our own vehicle. We are taken places because of our purpose and by our abilities and our situations in life. Some of us will go west, some will stay south, and some will leave the country. We will all go our separate ways. Our vehicles are individually crafted because we each are blessed in different areas. We all have the capacity to better mankind, whether it is through caring, curing, inspiring, or educating. We fuel our engines with knowledge, love, and understanding in order to find happiness. Most importantly, while driving down the road of life, have some fun. Roll down the windows and let the fresh air blow into your car. Turn up your radio and sing, not worrying if others laugh at you. Remember those who taught you to drive and those who gave you rides. Give other people a lift when they need one. Don't forget those you meet along the road. Enjoy the company of others. Occasionally, leave your map behind and go places you've never been before to explore. This is your life. Enjoy your ride.
Mrs. Kathy Godshaw, Assistant Principal, will present the honor graduates.
Good evening. Honor graduates are those students that have earned the distinction of maintaining a GPA between 3.5 and 4.0 for the entire 4 years of their high school career. The following honor graduates are graduating with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.9999. As I call the student's name and his or her GPA, would the student and his or her parents rise and remain standing until all names have been called? Please hold your applause until all names have been called. Taryn Ann Doubt, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ryan Doubt, 3.5. Danielle Marie Brantley, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Salvatore Giardina, 3.5179. Janina Adele Scalfano, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. David Scalfano, 3.5179. Janice Renee Remenek, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Remenek, 3.5185. Jessica Ray Lynn Mulkey, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Zach Smith, 3.5192. Lindsay K. Cruz, daughter of Reverend and Mrs. Gregory Cruz, 3.5385. Paige Elizabeth LeBlanc, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Adrian LeBlanc, 3.5385. Lawrence Christopher Olivier, son of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Covell, 3.5455. Rachel Elizabeth Shepard, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Greg Shepard, 3.5536. Jenny Nicole Christensen, daughter of Dr. and Mrs. Terry Christensen, 3.6. Leslie Denise Adams, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Nick and Mr. and Mrs. Dennis Adams, 3.6071. Ann Cameron Barnes, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Jules Morales and Mr. and Mrs. John Barnes, 3.6111. Natalie Rosalind Burris, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Frank Burris, 3.6154. Abram Michael Henderson, son of Mr. and Mrs. Michael Henderson, 3.6154. Benjamin Charles Hobbs, son of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Hobbs, 3.6154. Hannah Lynn Johnson, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Johnson II, 3.6207. David Joseph Belock III, son of Mr. and Mrs. David Belock Jr., 3.6415. Brian Patrick Carr, son of Mr. and Mrs. Ted Carr, 3.6481. Sean Takai Cummins, son of Mr. and Mrs. Arthur Cummins, 3.6607. Tiffany Ann Giardelli, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Kenneth Giardelli, 3.6667. Louis August Canizero, son of Mr. and Mrs. Salvador Canizero, 3.6667. Christina Ann Gimbroni, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Dominic Gimbroni, 3.6786. Andrea Trinae Garrett, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Irving Garrett and Mr. and Mrs. George Garrett, 3.6923. Ashley Elizabeth Poche, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Poche, 3.6964. Logan Elizabeth Castile, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Craig Castile, 3.7037. Kelly Lynn Oster, daughter of Miss Karen King, 3.7083. Kristen Alexis Hyman, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Meyer Hyman, 3.7407. Larissa Kyle Teipner, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Teipner, 3.7458. Jenna Noel Dorwood, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Martin Dorwood, 3.75. Kelly Walker Fillingham, daughter of Miss Jennifer Fillingham and the late Mr. Warren Fillingham, 3.75. Gina Marie Grenier, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Grenier, 3.75. Joshua William White, son of Mr. and Mrs. Stephen White, 3.7544. Emily Kathleen Brown, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Melvin Brown, 3.7692. Ashley Nicole Odom, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Luther Odom, 3.7778. Kristen Lynn Bienvenue, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Richard Bienvenue, 3.7885. Paul Gimbroni III, son of Mr. and Mrs. Paul Gimbroni Jr., 3.8077. Keely Morgan Broom, daughter of Miss Pat Broom Tannehill and the late Mr. Ladd Broom, 3.8113. Renee Jean Moore, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Robert Moore, 3.8214. Chelsea Joy Duchesne, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Paul Duchesne, 3.8393. Adam Joseph Foret, son of Miss Martha Mayer and Mr. Terry Foret, 3.8393. Marcus Wade Gentile, son of Mr. and Mrs. Anthony Gentile, 3.8393. Brennan Michelle Miller, daughter of Miss Beverly Miller, 3.8393. Jessica Marie Mayer, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Kevin Mayer, 3.8571. Anna Lauren Wanko, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Gregory Wanko, 3.8654. Justin Ryan Honeycutt, son of Mr. and Mrs. James Honeycutt, 3.8750. Peter William Jocelyn, son of Dr. and Mrs. John Jocelyn, 3.8750. Lauren Elizabeth Marullo, daughter of Mrs. Lisa Cousin and Mr. Dean Marullo, 3.8750. Jessica Elizabeth Steckman, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. David Steckman, 3.8750. Stephanie Elizabeth Gautreaux, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Stephen Gautreaux, 3.8846. Ashley Elizabeth Triplett, daughter of Mrs. Linda Richardson and Mr. John Triplett, 3.8846. Janie Lynn Connolly, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Edward Connolly, 3.9038. Matthew Wayne Totten, Jr., son of Miss Karen Parsons and Mr. and Mrs. Matthew Totten, Sr., 3.9310. Melissa Shannon Overstreet, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Max Overstreet, 3.9464. Kathleen Frances Goodwin, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Tip Goodwin, 3.9464. Varen Jacqueline Haas, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. James Haas, 3.9492. Laura Ann DeRay, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Andrew DeRay, 3.9630. Brittany Nicole Ransom, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Tom Sellers and Mr. David Ransom, 3.9821. These are the honor graduates with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.9999. Please be seated. The following honor graduates have maintained a GPA of 4.0 during their high school career. In other words, they have made no grade lower than an A for a semester grade. Would the student and his or her parents rise and be recognized as I call the student's name? Please remain standing until all students have been recognized. Jessica Janelle Chapman, daughter of Mrs. Sandra Chapman and Mr. John Chapman. Catherine Joan Dodrell, daughter of Mr. and Mrs. William Dodrell. Paul Patrick O'Mealy, son of Mr. and Mrs. Darrell O'Mealy. Kelsey Amber Sigris, daughter of Ms. Connie Sigris and Mr. Dudley Sigris. our 4.0 honor graduates. Please be seated. Beginning in the spring of their junior year, students start applying to institutions of higher learning for admittance and scholarships. Scholarships are awarded based on academic excellence, involvement in extracurricular activities, and community service. Students are compared to other students from all across the nation and state. Receiving a scholarship is an honor reflecting the student's hard work and pursuit of excellence. Would all the seniors that have been awarded a scholarship please rise? We are proud to announce that the senior class of 2003 has been awarded $3,834,000 in private, military, university, and state scholarships. Please be seated.
Now, Mrs. Salone will present the William Pitcher Scholarship.
It is a privilege this evening for me to be able to announce this year's recipient of the William Pitcher Scholarship. William Pitcher was an educator for over 40 years in our school system. He was the superintendent of St. Tammany Parish Schools for over 30 years. He was well known and loved throughout the community. His avocation was to help young people get started in the world as adults. This scholarship is given annually on the basis of a student graduating from a St. Tammany Parish public school, attending Louisiana State University in Baton Rouge, someone having a good character, excelling in extra class activities, and meeting minimum academic standards. On behalf of the William Pitcher Scholarship Board of Trustees, I proudly present a $1,000 scholarship to a student from Fontainebleau High School, Miss Kelsey Segrist. Thank you.
Dr. Randy Morgan, principal, will present two special awards.
Students are nominated and selected for the Bulldog Award by the faculty and staff of Fontainebleau High School. The students nominated must exemplify the following criteria. A Bulldog's disposition is steady, uniform and kind, fixed and firm in purpose, courageous, not vicious or aggressive. A Bulldog must have a dignified demeanor. A Bulldog is revered for his/her loving disposition and ability to get along with others. The winner of the 2003 Bulldog Award is Miss Jessica Elizabeth Steckman. The Optimus Optimorum Award is awarded to two seniors that epitomize the ideals of Fontainebleau High School. These two students must excel in academics, extracurricular activities, and their representation of Fontainebleau High School to the public. The two students selected are very involved in activities at school and in the community. They represent the school and student body to the public with both pride and dignity. I proudly present the 2003 Optimus Optimorum Awards to Ms. Catherine Joan Dodrell and Ms. Jessica Elizabeth Steckman. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Mrs. Gail Salone, Superintendent of St. Tammany Parish Schools.
I am pleased today to offer my congratulations to each of you in the class of 2003 on your achievement in finding ways to succeed. I offer my sincere thanks to the faculty and staff of Fontainebleau High School and the administration, led by Randy Morgan, for their roles in providing the educational opportunities that have helped to prepare you for the next leg in life's journey. You have taken some important steps along a path that will set the stage for your adult life. Being here today means that you are on the right path, one that can lead you into a future that is filled with promise and possibilities. But you have further to go. There are some tools that may help you with the journey. A compass can point you in the right direction. Pay attention to your moral compass as you make decisions. It can help you choose the right pathways that will lead to lifelong achievement and happiness instead of the tempting shortcuts that may leave you at dead ends. There may be guides to offer you directions as you make your journey. If you are lucky enough to have a parent or close family members to help you along the way, your journey will be easier. Other people you meet along the way may be eager to help out. Some will have your best interest at heart. Others may want to use you to further their own progress. You will need to learn to recognize the difference. Fuel will be required to make your journey. Education is the most reliable means of sure progress. Fill up while you are young, but continue to refuel through lifelong learning. It's important to know where you're headed. Set goals that signal your destination so that the path is clearly marked. But be willing to change the plan as life's travels offer new opportunities. Some of the best experiences you will enjoy in life are those that you did not expect. Today, we are all here to wish you well on the journey that lies ahead. The people in this room, especially your parents, are a little nervous about the prospect, not because they don't want you to travel forward, but because they love you so much and must now let you venture out on your own. You take with you the best regards and high hopes of so many well-wishers today. To paraphrase an old Irish toast, may the road always rise up to meet you with the wind at your back and the sun on your face. Good luck on your own very special journey of life. Thank you.
Mr. Peter William Joslin will deliver the closing address.
Think of your life as a novel, and high school as a 4-year chapter. Today marks the end of a chapter. Today, we start a new page. As Simi Sonic so appropriately said, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. As our high school journey ends, The rest of our lives await us. During this chapter, we sat through 252,000 minutes of class. During this chapter, we enjoyed the best 95-cent lunch around. During this chapter, we helplessly tried to avoid the tardy cart and waited patiently each morning to be informed that yes, STI was indeed down again. But most importantly, during this chapter, we made friends who will forever be with us. And just think, high school is but one chapter in a life filled with hundreds. We must take what we've learned during this chapter and transform ourselves. Class of 2003, you will run the corporations of the world. You will own your own businesses. You will teach the children of tomorrow. You will care for the sick and the helpless, and you will minister to the hearts of your fellow men. Graduates, we truly are the leaders of this nation. And as we stare into the first light of what is to come and what is to be, always remember this chapter's victory. No matter what tomorrow brings, be it the simplest path or a road wrought with twists and turns, today we share our achievement. Always take with you the memories, the knowledge, and the self-satisfaction of a job well done. Students, realize that even if you don't have your life precisely planned, success will still come your way. Take the words of Harold Kushner. I think of life as a good book. The further you get into it, the more it begins to make sense. Graduates, make sure your novel never sits in the back of a used bookstore collecting dust. Make sure your novel inspires, moves, and motivates. Congratulations, good luck, and thank you.
Please excuse the senior class members on stage as we join our classmates for the presentation of diplomas.
Will the candidates for graduation please rise? Dr. Morgan, I present to you the Fontainebleau High School class of 2003. These students have met all the requirements for graduation as set forth by the parish of St. Tammany and the state of Louisiana. I highly recommend these students for graduation. Please be seated.
Ashley Nicole Acosta. Joseph Samuel Adams. Leslie Denise Adams. Albert Addison. Alton Adderson. Wendy Colette Aiken. Katie Sue Allen. Ashley Michelle Elio. Ronnie Dwayne Alpha. Adrienne Ann Alterman, Mallory Ann Alvarez, Lauren Regan Amerman, Heather Falcon Engel, Michael Christopher Apfel, Amanda K. Ardoin, Jonathan Stephen Arthurs, Trenda Natasha Shanae Austin, Katie Lynn Offerman, Christopher Michael Amami, Ann Cameron Barnes, Bridget Amanda Barr, Russell Clayton Balmy, Amelia Blanche Beatman, Ashley Marie Begovich, David Joseph Belock III, Brian Thomas Bergeron, Clinton Martin Burhell, Colleen Janelle Berlin, Denise Ann Betancourt, Christina Betancourt, Kristen Lynn Bienvenue, Emily Brooks Beaumere, Benjamin Lewis Booker, Christopher Allen Boone, Chad Michael Bordes, Louis Adam Bourne III, Nicholas Joseph Bourgeois, Chelsea Lynn Lee Bowman, Benjamin Frederick Bradburn, Timothy Paul Bradbury Jr., William Eugene Bradley, Denise Michelle Braywick, Danielle Marie Brantley, Nicholas Aaron Brenner, Joshua Leonard Brockhoff, Keely Morgan Broom, Angela Celeste Broussard, Shantae Patrice Brown, Emily Kathleen Brown, Holly Beth Brown, Andrew Russell Brudall, Matthew Joseph Brundett, Carrie Lynn Bueller, Natalie Rosalind Buris, Sandra Marie Burke, Kimberly Keneal Calder, Lauren Elizabeth Caminita, Olivia Michelle Campbell, Ryan McGraw Campbell, Louis August Canizero, Shannon Marie Carl, Brian Patrick Carr, Cassidy Danielle Carrier, Amanda Lynn Kasnave, April Marquette Kasnave, Logan Elizabeth Castile, Kendrell Wynette Celestine, Jessica Janelle Chapman, James Travis Chapuis, David Christopher Chatelaine Jr., Carissa Lynn Chavez, Ashley Michelle Chisholm, Jenny Nicole Christensen. Kathleen Elizabeth Chimano. Benjamin Michael Clark. Christopher Matthew Clark, Jr. Caitlin Janice Clark. Brandon Anthony Cohey. Daniel Lawrence Coig. Catherine Michelle Coleman. David Michael Commander. Janie Lynn Connolly. Ashley Nicole Cosi. Leslie Curtis Cox. Joyce Marie Crandall. Stephen Michael Crescione. Lindsay K. Cruz. Deandra Michelle Cryer. Sean Takai Cummins. Nicole Carol Kutcher. Kaylee Lauren Daniel. Laura Ann DeRay. Catherine Joan Dodrell. Kevin Joseph David Jr. Rebecca Lynn Dearman. Valley Augustus de Bellevue III. Joshua Alden Cherrick DeHaan. Rachel Ann Dellery. Kelsey Renee DeVilliers. Cody Armin Diblin. Eric Matthew Dixon. Kristen Ray Dillard. Eldon Benoit Dominic III. Brian Kenneth Donald. Jenna Noel Dorward. Taryn Ann Doubt. Felicia Lauren Drevon. Chelsea Joy Duchesne. Katie Florence Dussar. Henrik Emil Ike. Eric Richard Erler. Ryan Daniel S.J. Christina Renee Esponge. Christopher Kermit Esquinance. Corey Lynn Etheridge. Mikhail Mahel Fagan. Melissa Suzanne Fazik. Rebecca Claire Favaloro. Kelly Walker Philogem. Lindsay Ellen Fitzmaurice. Alicia Monique Fleming. Max Eugene Foote III. Adam Joseph Foret. Carl Joseph Photo. Alicia Lauren Friday. Mark Patrick Fritcher. Adria Renee Garrett. Andrea Trinae Garrett. Catherine Elizabeth Garrity. Edward Hugh Gautreaux. Stephanie Elizabeth Gautreaux. Marcus Wade Gentile. Christina Ann Gimbroni. Paul Gimbroni III. Tiffany Ann Giardelli. Aaron Lee Gonzalez. Lindsay Kathleen Goodrich. Kathleen Frances Goodwin. Gina Marie Grenier. Erin Kathleen Gray. Lauren Ashley Gray. Brandon James Grotzma. Gregory Edwin Gumpert. Christy Nicole Gunderman. Brian Damone Hallock. Bradley Wayne Harbin. Carla Yates Hardberger. Paul Joseph Joel Makito Gunge Harpum. Jordan Paul Abair. Leah Michelle Abair. Kristen Alexis Hyman. Patrick Brian Heiser. Abram Michael Henderson. Matthew Aaron Hendricks. Aaron Robert Henning. Alexandra Francis Henning. Jesse Michael Hernandez. Kelly Elaine Hestelow. Jamie Lee Hildebrand. Brian Chase Hillman. Lacey Maria Hingle. Benjamin Charles Hobbs. Brandy Marie Holloman. Tiffany Nicole Hollowell. Justin Ryan Honeycutt. Evan Ward Hopkins. John Eric Hornsby. Varen Jacqueline Haas. Alyssa Evelyn Hodak. Melissa Lee Heeshan. Scott Christopher Heeshan. Thomas Blaine Hummer. Dane Cody Humphreys. John Barry Huval. Melinda Aaron James. Justin Wayne Jenkins. Henri Jakia. Hannah Lynn Johnson. Michael Henry Jorns. Peter William Joslin. Nicole Marie Jordan. Meredith Lee Judge. Amanda Ann Juneau. Jacob Lee Keeling. Brian William Kemp. Jason Christopher Ketchum. Derek Timothy King. Timothy Allen King Jr. Jessica Ann Klein. Amanda Marie Kohler. Eric Longacre Kraus. Chase Allen Curikar. Kimberly Irene Kustemacher. William Joseph Lampkin IV. Jonathan Arthur Landor. Julian Alexandra Landry. Drew Joseph Lange. Laurie Ann Laurent. Howard Joseph Lavin. Matthew Joseph Laviolette. Jessica Marie Lazaro. Emily Laura LeBlanc. Michelle Suzanne LeBlanc. Paige Elizabeth LeBlanc. Rebecca Ellen Lemoyne. Sarah Michelle Lemoyne. Aaron Craig Lewis. Daniel Adam Lewis. Ryan Allen Lewis. Julie Anita Lean. Ashlyn Jude Lorenzo. Joshua David Lowe. Thomas Mitchell Lure. James Donovan McDonald. Jennifer Margaret Mader. Brandon James McGee. Reed William Main. Megan Lee Manti. Lauren Elizabeth Marullo. Mary Beth Renee Mott. Jessica Marie Mayer. Rebecca Michelle Mayu. Sean Patrick Mayfield. Leah Deanne McCoy. Megan Mayshawn McGraw. Cecilia McMullen. Christopher Paul McQuaid. Eric William McQuaid. Kristen Deanna Murgatt. Amy Marie Menendez. Mark Forrester Mintel. Dustin Tyler Merrill. Shelby Lynn Myers. Vincent Hiram Myers. Joelle Teresa Minkus. Kara Lynn Mylon. Bradley Michael Miller. Brianne Michelle Miller. Christine Elaine Miller. Eric John Miller. Michael Paul Miller. Remington Werner Miller. Virginia Rachel Mondello. Renee Jean Moore. Anthony Taquino Mulkey. Jessica Raylyn Mulkey. Allison Camille Muller. Natalie Joe Mundell. Jessica Ann Munson. Priscilla Suzanne Nagan. Emily Earl Noble. Ajel Tracy Newlett. Gabrielle Pinky Nunnery. Cassandra Jean Odell. Paul Patrick O'Mealy. Ashley Nicole Odom. Lawrence Christopher Olivier. Kelly Lynn Oster. Todd Michael Oster. Harry Frederick Otilio Jr. Melissa Shannon Overstreet. Austin Anthony Palmer. Devon Jose Palmer. Brandon Charles Parker. Caleb Daniel Parker. Devin Kyle Parr. Sean Ross Passler. Stephen Michael Passler. Kristen Nicole Passow. Joanna Renee Pastuzek. Margaret Lauren Patterson. Amanda K. Pearson. Daniel Paul Pishoff. Eric Christian Pizzo. Samantha Brooke Plaisance. Ashley Elizabeth Poche. Brandon Lewis Pullman. Andrew O'Brien Preble. Neil David Purvis. Lindsay Brianne Rainey. Vincent Louis Rampino. Carly Elizabeth Rando. Louis Andrew Rando. Brittany Nicole Ransom. Janice Renee Remenek. Tracy Angel Remenek. Courtney Elizabeth Ray. Sven Alexander Reaper. Elizabeth Erica Delta Ringen. Shalay Arsene Roberts. Jessica Alyn Roden. Jason Robert Rosensteel. Marlon Joshua Ross. Justin Lee Roos. Jeffrey Warner Rowland. James Matthew Runyon Jr. Jennifer Nicole Sabatier. Janina Adele Scalfano. Dennis J. Shabley II. Rochelle Arlene Swikert. Tiffany Diane Saponic. Allison Marie Shannon. James Mallory Shaw. Rachel Elizabeth Shepard. Brandon Cade Sigrist. Heidi Marie Sigrist. Kelsey Amber Sigrist. Devin Michael Seal. Chad Hunter Simon. Christopher Michael Simon. Scott Michael Simon Jr. Tyler Allen Simpson. Jennifer Evelyn Singer. Derek Henry Smith. Dustin Robert Smith. Randall Lewis Spice. Catherine Michelle Sprague. Jessica Elizabeth Steckman. Hannah Louise Steptoe. Katie Lauren Stevens. Matthew Michael Stoltz. David Joseph Strobel. Alexina Taylor. Jennifer Marie Taylor. Mindy Lee Taylor. Larissa Kyle Teipner. Candace Michelle Therese. Kenneth Foster Thompson. Heather Nicole Tilley. Jasmine Ann Torres. Matthew Wayne Totten Jr. Ashley Elizabeth Triplett. Justin Paul Trosclair. Jessica Kathleen Teichel. Casey Lynette Vickers. Amanda Lauren Vincent. Tyran Denise Volley. Ashley Elizabeth Waddell. Rebecca Lynn Waldrop. Anna Lauren Wanko. John Gerald Wetter. Joshua William White. Nolan Ryan Williams. Samantha Renee Wilson. Cindy Sarita Wright. Johnny Lee Abrams. Clay Kemper Hilleran.
By the authority placed in me by the state of Louisiana and the School Board of St. Tammany Parish, and with the faith and trust of your parents, I pronounce you graduates of Fontainebleau High School with all the rights and privileges thereof. Congratulations. Parents, family, and friends, I'm going to ask that you join in the singing of our alma mater with our newest 2003 class of Fontainebleau High alumni.
in yourselves. Believe in your ability to inspire and empower others. Believe in your ability to do what you love and to do it excellently.
Be willing to change the plan as life's travels offer new opportunities. Some of the best experiences you will enjoy in life are those that you did not expect.
Students, realize that even if you don't have your life precisely planned, success will still come your way.